Hello and welcome back to my fourth programming language tutorial series. This is episode 4 on conditional logic. So last time we just get into a shell here. Alright, last time we learned about stack manipulation techniques like duplicate, rotate, swap, drop. All of these ways we can manipulate the stack, and today we're going to be learning about conditionals, like if statements, if else statements, stuff like that. So the first thing I want to do is review the differences between them and in a normal language. So in a normal language, we'll use Java or C as an example here. You would write if, parentheses, 5 is equal to 5, and then you would write it like that. It's an if statement in Java. In fourth, if you wanted to write the same statement, you would do 5, 5, so you put two 5s on the stack, you check if they're equal, and then you do if. So essentially what this is going to do, we're going to put two 5s, and this operator here, the equal sign, it compares the two, it takes both off the stack, and it's going to return it's going to put a different value on the stack. It'll either be a 0 or a -1. 0 meaning false, -1 meaning true. So we can run this. So you see 5, 5 equals. This should give us -1. Obviously because, well, 5 is equal to 5. And now an if statement would check to see if the top number on the stack is either a 0 or a -1, and that's how it knows what's true and what's false. So we have some other operators like 3 is greater than 4. Should get a 0 because that's false. 3 is not greater than 4. So this just compares the first number, or not, this isn't the first number, 4 is the first number, and then 3 is the second to top number, and it compares the two. And we can do the same thing. So with this operator, the less than operator, this one will return -1 because it's true, and now we have that. And then there's one more kind of important thing. It's called invert. If you're familiar with other programming languages, like I'm using Java as an example today, we have a not equal sign. If 5 is not equal to 4, then do something. In fourth, what we can do is we have what's called invert. So it'll take the top number on the stack and it will make it opposite. So we invert that to false. So if it's 0, it'll go to -1. We can invert it again. I'll show you. Oh, that's not how you spell invert. Alright, we'll put a 0 on the stack and we'll invert it. And now it's -1. So that's how you can do like not equals too. So like, 5, 4 equal to invert if. Okay, so now let's try using some if statements here. If statements are compiler only. Essentially means you have to put them in a word. So let's do one like is it 10? And we will check if it's 10. So we can do well, we'll have to put a 10 on the stack, and then we'll do an if statement or not an if statement, we'll do an equal sign to check if it's equal to the top number on the stack. We'll do an if, and now we'll say yes, it's 10. And then we can write else, no, it's not 10. And then we finish off our if statements with then and semicolon. So this should tell us if we have a 10. or not. So let's see, the stack is a -1. Well, let's get rid of that. Now let's put a 10 on the stack, and we'll check is it 10? Yes, it's 10. And then we can put a 9 on the stack, and we can check is it 10? No, it's not 10. See, very simple conditional logic here that works quite well. So now we can do something a little more complicated. We can add some math into it. So let's see. Maybe we can check if something is divisible by the number divisible by 5. Let's say so divisible by 5. So we will have to add 5 to the stack, and to check if a number is divisible by it, we'll use the modulus operator, which is just mod, if you remember from previous episodes. And next we will check if the top of the stack mod 5 is equal to 0. And if that's the case, we will print yes, it's divisible by 5. Else, we will say no, it's not. And then we will finish stuff off with a then and that. And as you can see, that went through. So what do we have on the stack? Nothing. Okay, good. Well, let's do 10, and then we'll check divisible by 5. I just realized I spelled divisible wrong. That's cool. Yes, it is divisible by 5. And then if we do something that's not divisible 5, like 13 divisible by 5, no, it's not divisible by 5. Really quite simple logic here. This is just a quick introduction to conditional logic in 4th. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please come back for the next one. Goodbye.